The game plan last Saturday was about as perfect as you could have, but the execution, where would you say that was?
Not great. I thought going into the game, particularly with the weather being an element, we knew we wanted to, put a high emphasis on running the ball, controlling the clock. I think we ended up at 38 minutes or close to 38 minutes time of possession, and Dame had a good deal running the ball and put up some first downs and was able to keep that offense off the field. But in the end, we just, like you said, it was a false starts, some penalties, some things that just set us back and weren't able to field goals in the red zone, just weren't able to have enough.
Why didn't the running game seem to work all that well in the second half?
I think you had to give credit to Washington. I mean, they made a little bit of some adjustments, and I thought that those guys did a nice job in the second half of shutting down some of that, and we just weren't able to make them pay enough in the play action game and in our pass game.
Not to give away anything you're doing Friday, but will we see something similar to what we saw Saturday?
We'd love to have that much time of possession. I think you got one of the top offenses. I don't know if they're number one, but I know they're averaging a ton of yards and really explosive, unbelievable quarterback. So I think, that'd be nice to be able to control and be able to keep them on the sideline. But we're going to have to score points too, and so I think just for us, like we do every week, we've got to be able to run the ball and then mix it up, keep them off balance.
How much confidence do you think your team has from the success you had running the ball against them last year, 19 times in a row, to close that game?
That was a long time ago. No, we got some guys back from that year, but it's a new team on both sides of the ball, and it's a new game, and I give their defense a lot of credit. Watching them this year, man, I think they've got depth on the defensive front. I think they're active, long, they're physical, they're well coached, and to me, we've got our work cut out for us up front. And after what happened last year, I know they'll be amped up to stop the run. And like I said, we've got to be up to the challenge to try to make it physical as well, and then be able to keep them off balance.
How much of last year's game do you watch heading into this matchup? Obviously, you had success towards the end of that one. Do you watch any of that game film? Do you mostly focus on what they've done this year? What does that kind of look like?
It's a combination of both. I think anytime that defensive coordinator is returning, we watched last year's game just to see some thoughts of how they tried to attack us and some things maybe we'd want to do differently. And then you're looking at this year for personnel and how they've kind of tweaked their scheme. So I'd say just a combination of both.
Bloomfield's out, so does Flavio, how's that change what kind of game does he have, I guess? I assume he's probably going to.
Yeah, I think that.
Or he or Stark, one of the two.
Yeah, Grant, I think that'll be, both of them are repping right now this week, and Coach M will make that decision kind of as we get, closer to.
How does that change anything at all?
No, I don't think so. It's just one of those things that happens during the season. Guys injured, and next guy's got to step up, and we got to operate and go as we would.
DJ running the ball had a couple of great runs Saturday night. After watching the tape, how well did you like that, and could you envision seeing more of that on Friday?
Yeah, no, DJ's, he's a big physical guy, and he likes it. I think he's competitive in some of those short yardage situations. We have some runs to him and some runs to Dame, and try to kind of keep a little bit of a balance like that. But he's got the physical ability to get it done in short yardage, and he's done a nice job with it this year. So I think that's an element that we'll have moving forward.
How much of an impact do you think DJ has made on this offense as a whole this year, and what do you think he brings to the table in this specific matchup against Oregon this Friday?
When he came in, I think the experience, he played and started, a lot of football games in college, and has been through a lot of different situations. And then I think when he came in, he had a little bit of success. His confidence kind of grew in our offense, and I think the guys have kind of rallied around that. And he's a tough, physical, competitive guy out there. He's not the most vocal, but when you see him kind of lower his pads down and go get a tough first down, I think the guys really responded to that. And he got him going a little bit in the second half with some of those runs. And this weekend, I think it'll be I'm looking for the experience to pay off. Going into that environment, tough place to play, and he's been a part of a few of those games here, and obviously multiple years at Clemson. So I think that experience is something that we're hoping shows up in that game.
26 carries on Saturday for Damian compared to 3 for Deshaun and 1 for Isaiah. Was that pre-planned or was that just kind of riding?
No, I think it was, just full trust in KB, our running backs coach, to make the decision on that. I think Dame was just rolling really, he was rolling well, seeing it, and you kind of ride the hot hand, and he made the call on that, and Fenn is ready when his number's called, and I look for him to be involved and have a good game, be involved in it this week.
DJ's been running the ball again. He's been running well of late. Do you wish you'd run him a little bit more earlier in the year? I mean, he doesn't seem like you could stop him right now.
Yeah, no, I think we early in the season we were a little bit hesitant on that. You always worry your starting quarterback rolling through there and getting injured. But no, I think it's something. He goes and he has success. We get a little bit more confident with it, calling it and game planning it for him. And he's enjoyed it. He kind of likes it, getting in there and making it physical and going to get those tough yards.
Just curious. Go ahead.
The Washington secondary played a really good game on Saturday. When you look at this Oregon secondary, do they have similar sorts of tools and abilities? What do you see when you look at that?
Yeah, really impressed with the secondary. I mean, the first thing that stands out, they've got experienced guys back there, particularly at the safety position, length, across the board, speed. It's like I said, I don't know that there are many weaknesses looking at the entire defense. Depth, I feel like they play a ton of guys up front, but the secondary to me, stands out the length, experience. It's going to be it'll be tough. It'll be a challenge for our guys.
This will be the last time that obviously these two teams will face off against each other, at least as Pac-12 members together. What has this rivalry meant to you as an offensive coordinator, and just all the different historic memories and plays that have been made over the last 100+ years between these two teams?
I think for me, growing up in the Northwest, you grow up watching this game. You grow up watching the Apple Cup, just the Pac-10, Pac-12 in general was just something you grew up on Saturday afternoons and watching those, and the rivalries. And I remember just all those, like you said, memories, big plays, big games throughout it. It's just it's disappointing to see what it's going to go, and hopefully the teams will continue to play moving forward. But and then we've got another opportunity this Friday to go get a win, and it should be a fun game to be a part of.
Really unique game for DJ going up against his little brother. Has that come up in conversation at all? What have you said to him? What are your thoughts on seeing that?
This week I didn't talk to him about it. We talked about it kind of, early in the season. I think, we played early and he maybe went down and hung out with his brother and watched him. And I think he's probably excited for that. But no, I haven't talked to him too much about it.
Thank you.